My amplified unit, where the fuck you at? Here, bitch! And this seems like a fitting video to do hours before Monday Night Raw. It's really early on Monday morning right now, but by the time you guys view this, we should be a few hours away from Monday Night Raw. Baron Corbin heading that ship storyline-wise as acting general manager, and after TLC, maybe he is the general manager. Who the fuck knows what Vince is gonna do? But this is a little bit out of kayfabe. This is Baron Corbin going on, I believe this was Booker T's podcast, and talking just like Xavier Woods, talking down to the fan base that uses their voice to try to help WWE and try to tell them that what they're doing is not working, what they're doing is not entertaining, what they're doing is not building superstars, what they're doing is not building storylines, and what they're doing is not creating interesting, intriguing feuds. But we're not supposed to use our voice for that. Just be happy they're putting their bodies on the line, give your golf claps, give them your money, and shut your fucking mouth. And say, please sir, can I have some fucking more? We're all supposed to be Oliver fucking Twist. And grovel at Vince McMahon and all of his fucking henchmen when they go out and put on performances. But if the show sucks, keep your mouth shut. Don't say anything about it. And I ripped Xavier Woods a new one last week when he made his comments. Entitled infants if you complain about pro wrestling. You can give your golf claps and say how awesome they are. Don't complain. Baron Corbin now goes on Booker T's podcast, and now he's got some words for the social media people that are negative, and for people that say Raw isn't good. I break this up into two different parts because I want to give Baron Corbin the benefit of the doubt, because even though this is not a popular opinion, I actually like Baron Corbin's role on Monday Night Raw. This is the most significant Baron Corbin has been since he debuted on that main roster, and it's actually a good kick-ass character. Again, if booking and creative got behind Raw itself as a full show, that character would be thriving a lot more. But because the show is absolute trash, it comes off like Baron Corbin in his character is also trash. But I like Corbin. What he's doing fits that character. The cheating and the bending of the rules to make it suit him and his henchmen. I like that. But when the show is complete garbage, not even Corbin in a good character, or at least a better character than what he once had, is going to save the show. So I wanted to give some backstory on why I actually like Baron Corbin and his character. But that does not save him from being ripped apart for words that he said about WWE's fan base that criticizes the product and wants it to change for the better. He starts with social media. And these are his words. This is Baron Corbin's quote. According to Corbin, social media makes the world seem beyond miserable. While that can be true, we're talking about the context of professional wrestling. And more importantly and specifically WWE. So when Corbin says it makes the world seem beyond miserable, could it be because WWE right now, to us, is beyond miserable? Could that be, Corbin? There's a concept. So if your social media feed, and a lot of these WWE superstars, their social media feed seems like the world is beyond miserable, it's because the bubble that you have helped create, known as the WWE bubble, is beyond miserable. For us, the fans that have to watch that garbage. And yes, I said have to. Because if you're a real fan of something and you have passion in your fucking blood for that shit, you just don't sit back, shut up and watch. Or don't watch if you don't like it. No, you help it change for the better if you really love it, if you have passion for it, if you really want to change it for the better. If you're a legit true fan, you want to see it succeed. So yeah, for us, it's garbage, what we are viewing. For you, you get to eat catering all day, and when your belly's nice and full, you get to go play video games in Xavier Woods' dressing room, or maybe all of your fucking dressing rooms. You get to play video games. You get told what your thing is for the night. You don't fucking argue anything because you're afraid to step on anybody's toes. You go out there, you do exactly what was scripted for you. You come back, you just made your paycheck. But for the fans, you just made the list! As another dumb schmuck yes man who refuses to stand up for what you believe in, stand up for your character, stand up for how you're being portrayed as a character and as a person on that show. Stand up for the show in itself if you have views or ideas that you think would help. But no, you stay complacent. You all stay complacent. You all just show up to collect your check and you move on to the next town. And we're viewing the same redundant, nonsensical bullshit every week. So yeah, it's beyond miserable, Corbin, for us. So that's going to be portrayed and shadowed onto your social media. I hope this makes sense. I had to go back and get a GED in fucking life, and this all makes sense to me. Outside looking in, and if I was on the inside looking out, it all makes sense to me. He goes on to say, it gives a bunch of it meaning social media still, it gives a bunch of idiots, in reality, an opinion, and they don't know how to express it appropriately. So appropriately is just being a fucking yes fan. Okay, they're doing this, I like it. Oh, a new character. Yes, it's fucking not fun or entertaining, but I like it because he's going out and putting his body on the line. Or she's putting her body on the line. Let's just like it. Feed me more, please, sir. We're not expressing it appropriately because we're fucking enraged, frustrated, saddened by what we're viewing on a weekly basis. The product, the business that we fucking love, and the number one entity right now in that business, WWE, no real competition, here in the States at least. And we're seeing it die this fucking death. And we're supposed to just express ourselves with love and how great everything is doing, everything is being in WWE. Everybody is on their fucking point. WWE is on their point. Vince McMahon is on point. No negativity. It gives a bunch of idiots, in reality, an opinion. Those idiots are the ones shelling out the money to show up to your fucking arena. Do you not understand that? But when you, Xavier Woods, and the rest of the fucking clowns try to insult the fans back because your skin is so fucking thin and you can't accept any criticism, those fans are gonna start going away. They're gonna say, fuck that shit if that's how you truly feel. Don't believe me? Check out Booker T's fucking homeland over there in Houston, Texas. Usually a hot wrestling crowd, especially for WWE. Monday Night Raw, 2 weeks before pay-per-view TLC, and Monday Night Raw had 30% at least of the fans not show up. Empty seats. Thousands of empty seats in Houston for Monday Night Raw last week. So keep insulting them just because they're criticizing and trying to make this shit better. Keep doing that shit. But no, to you clowns who play your video games and eat catering all day, they're just idiots in reality with an opinion that they don't know how to truly express in the right way. All right. There you go, buddy. Is there some fucking clowns on social media that are just there to be negative, that are just there to, the word we use is troll, just be a fucking clown? Absolutely. I'm not saying there ain't those people. Does Baron Corbin have more clowns than the normal pro wrestler? Absolutely. So there is a segregation there. There is some people that absolutely deserve to be called out for their bullshit. But that's not what Corbin's saying. He's putting everybody in one fucking bubble. If you're negative, if you complain, you're all just an idiot with an opinion that we don't know how to express. I think on this channel, every fucking time I pump out a video, I express my opinions beautifully. Because usually, they're not just opinions, are they? They're facts. They're truth. My people call them pipe bombs. I just call them facts. And I express them beautifully, Baron. He goes on to say, if you read the Twitter feed, it seems like everyone in the entire world is beyond miserable. Exactly, Baron. You are a proud member of the WWE bubble. So that's the world we're all in when we're socializing. We're in this pro wrestling bubble, more specifically a WWE bubble. So when you go on to say it's like everyone in the entire world is beyond miserable, it's because Vince has created the WWE world, the universe, and we, the fans, are miserable! That we have to watch an even beyond miserable product. Again, is this making sense? You don't need a high school diploma. You don't need to graduate from the middle school to understand why we're pissed off and critiquing. And the critiques are more vicious than ever before because you clowns, instead of helping change this shit, are just trying to fire back at fans. You're trying to criticize back to the fans and showing the thin skin that you have. I got advice for you, Baron Corbin. Don't let these people get to you to the point where you have to respond in such ways. Don't let them fucking anger you. Or get off social media, right? If you don't like it, don't watch. Well, if you don't like social media, then get off. And then you have the clowns that go, BC, what do you expect these guys and girls to say? They're gonna get in trouble by Vince, so they have to sit. No, they have to call their fans idiots and entitled infants? What the fuck are you saying? If I'm a pro wrestler in the bubble, first of all, I probably wouldn't last long because I would be putting Vince in a room, the writers, I won't call them creative, but the writers, the bookers, and I will say, listen, as one of your superstars, these things have to change. I'm getting a pulse on the fan base, and I'm telling you right now, this isn't working, or this has to change. This needs to be redone. This is for the better, not just for me, but for the product. And maybe I wouldn't fucking last long. But if I'm in this bubble, and I'm doing an outside interview, and somebody asked me about the state of the fans today, and how they are being overly critiquing and fucking negative, you know what my answer is? So Vince doesn't fucking flip on me, but the fans don't see me as the fucking entitled infant? You know what my answer is? I hear ya, man. I wish that people, everybody, saw us as putting on a great product. And that's what we strive to do every single night when we go out there. And we're constantly making changes. We're constantly improving. But I can assure my fans and fans of WWE that we are going to consistently at least try to make things better. And hopefully in the future, everybody will be on board with what we're doing. But it's not our intention to go out and put on bad shows and people to talk about it, I assure you. I feel what we're doing right now is good, but if people are telling us we can do better, then that's what we're going to strive for. I can tell you that much. So I'm just glad that people have a platform to voice their opinions. Boom! Mic drop! Vince can't flip out at that. Your fans don't look at you like a fucking ungrateful, entitled infant, Xavier. You're an adult in the situation. You don't fucking criticize the people trying to fucking help the business and the product. Look how that all works. You can be an adult in these situations. You don't gotta be a 12-year-old toddler or be the same person that you're trying to call out on fucking social media and being overly negative and critiquing. So you don't want people being mean to you on social media, but you're calling them idiots with an opinion they don't know how to express. You're calling them idiots, but you don't want them to be mean to you. And this isn't the first time Baron has thrown insults on social media to his fans, or just wrestling fans, I should say. This isn't the first time. So if you can dish it, you gotta take it too, man. Or at least learn how to take it. Learn how to deal with it. Hope this makes sense, man. I'm trying to say this in the most fucking low-graded level I could possibly say it to Baron. He goes on to say there's no pleasing it. It meaning social media or pro wrestling fans in general. There's no pleasing it. And I think social media just gives people a place to say what they want because there's going to be no repercussions for their actions. If you took all these people that said, okay, maybe this is rewarded or maybe this is just Baron Corbin fucking speaking in middle school language, who the fuck knows. If you took all these people that said all these things to me on the internet and put them in front of me, their attitude changes so fast. You may be right, Baron, if they're giving you just insults and being negative just to you and like your appearance or something like that. Maybe, absolutely. But if you're talking about pro wrestling fans that are throwing critiques at you and want to make this shit better and maybe even your character, and you're saying they won't say it to your face, count me in as one that will say it to your fucking face. Respectfully, and if it needs to escalate from there, we'll fucking dance. But I promise you, Baron Corbin, I'm one motherfucker that critiques a lot on this channel. Because I want to see this business, and especially WWE, the product, the company, reach success again. More than just financially, because that will dwindle down. Once you suck your core base out of all the money that they're going to give you, and then you have nothing left, that's going to run out pretty quickly. So you want attendance to be back up. You want ratings to be back up. You want people to really be interested in your product. So I want that for the company. So in order to do that, I'll step up the motherfuckers like you in person, and I will tell you exactly what I said in this video to your face. And we can have an adult conversation or take it to the fucking back. But I ain't gonna fucking cower down. I don't fucking I don't say fucking some shit on a video and then when I meet them, beg them for a fucking job. Or say, I really like your work. No. I tell them my fucking issues that I have with them. I man up, and everything I said in the past, I say in front of their face. But if we want to segregate this interview that he did with Booker and say, okay, that's just the social media part that maybe hits him harder and maybe is more fucking vicious and throws insults at Baron more. Maybe that's not just the company at whole. Maybe that's not Raw and the people that criticize Raw. Okay, well, you can't argue this next fucking line that he delivers. There's no debate here. There's no fucking befuddlement on what Baron Corbin is talking about here because Booker goes on and asks him, what about the people that criticize Raw as a whole, as a TV show? Now, this is where he said, this is his dumbest line in his whole fucking interview. Baron Corbin says, just because they are the loudest doesn't mean they're the majority. So when it comes to the Raw fans that critique the product and do not like Raw right now and thinks it needs to change for the better, just be good again, Baron Corbin is saying just because they're the loudest on the internet doesn't mean they're the majority. Motherfucker, please get out, take, even if it's a step out of your fucking WWE bubble for just 5 seconds and get back to the real world. You claim it's just because we're the loudest, it doesn't mean we're the majority. Motherfucker, your attendance is gone. Not just for the live events. Your Monday Night Raw and SmackDown crowds are starting to not show up. It's no longer just 15 or 20%. Like we saw last week, motherfucker, this was over 25%, 30% at least. Where does it end? 35 comes next, 40. Soon, half your arenas for a Raw are gone. Your ratings, that was the worst rated Raw in its history of Raw last week. So how is it just us, bro? Use your fucking noggin, your dome piece, your how you doing? Think about what you are saying. Step out of your bubble. Even your casual fans are leaving you. Your mainstream media fans are leaving you. It's no longer just the diehards. Or the internet fans. The smarks. Your numbers are down in every category. Merchandise is down when it comes to full-fledged price. Now more than ever, WWE Shop is putting on sales now more than ever to try to push merchandise. Buy one, get one for $1. Buy one, get one totally free. Free shipping 90% of the time. Merchandise, every part of revenue you could think of is down. You are living right now, thankfully, and you're all getting your paychecks because countries like Saudi Arabia, Australia, and other places are going to pay you big money to bring your circus into their fucking homelands. And you got big money from that. And then TV, you got a big deal from Fox. So you got more fucking money to buy you some more time. But what's going to happen when Fox starts to see these numbers drop? What's going to happen when these other countries get you for those fucking shows and that's done? And that money runs dry. Who's going to be left? Maybe it's the entitled infants and the idiots. Maybe if you're lucky, we're still there for you. Just because we're the loudest doesn't mean we're the majority. Well, guess what? My question that I had back in the day when I started this channel almost 2 years ago, I asked you, any wrestler that comes out and re-criticizes the fans that are criticizing, I asked you, what happens when that minority becomes the majority? What you're seeing now, Baron Corbin, is that question that I asked 2 years ago. Now it's coming to fruition. The minority has now become the majority. And now, you're in a world of shit. That whole company is in a world of shit. No, I will not back down from comments I make on these videos, and I hope nobody on social media backs down from criticizing this product. I hope nobody stops, reads your bullshit, reads Xavier's and any other dipshit that comes forward like Corey Graves, reads their fucking dipshitted comments, or hears them and says, you know what, I am going to start being more positive to the product. No, it doesn't deserve your positivity right now. When things are good, we call them out on it on this fucking platform. They're good. When things are great, I call them out on this platform. When they're horrible and bad and ugly, we call them out. If you can't accept it, if you can't stand the fire, get the fuck out of the kitchen. I was willing to put most of this interview into maybe it's just social media people that are really harsh to Baron Corbin. Maybe they're just intensely fucking on his ass and he refuses to block him. All right, maybe that's the fucking case. But once Booker asked him solely about Raw and the fans that don't like Raw and its direction and where it's at right now want it to be better, and he has the fucking balls, his first comment is just because they're the loudest doesn't mean they're the majority. And we're trying to put on good shows, and we'll keep trying, and that's the fucking deal. But if they don't like it, they can stop me. What the fuck is that, bro? You honestly believe it's just the minority that thinks this show sucks? The show sucks! The company is in a fucking downward spiral, a whirlwind downward that we've never seen before. And Vince McMahon's got his head so far up the XFL's ass, Triple H up so far up the fucking NXT's ass, and Stephanie McMahon is looking for the next charity she can promote on the show. Nobody gives a fuck about WWE anymore. And you clowns are eating catering for 3 hours, playing video games for 4 hours, and going over your scripted promo for an hour. Yeah, wrestling's in a fucking beautiful state, and all you gotta worry about is fans online. Back in the day, Ric Flair, Barry Windham, Mike Rotundo, all of them, they were running from the arena trying to get to the rental cars because people were trying to stab them. You want to talk wrestling was real back in the day? Their characters, they were living that shit. They had people trying to fucking kill them. You guys have people being mean on social media and you can't even handle it. Pussies today. Straight up pussies. I'm the Amplified Man. We're hours away by the time you see this to Monday Night Raw. And hopefully, like Baron says, it's a better show than we've been getting tonight. Than we've been getting in previous weeks, previous months, previous fucking years. We're hoping this show can deliver. I won't fucking hold on or cling on to that fucking theory because Vince McMahon has given us no fucking shadow of any fucking inkling that this is going to be a good show. He's probably gonna give us the Revival versus the Lucha Underground Summer House Party again with Lucha rules because in Vince's mind, they've never seen that match before. We'll get the Riot Squad versus Sasha and Bayley and Natalya because in Vince's mind, we've never gotten that before. Maybe we'll get Finn Balor versus Baron Corbin again. It's going to be a fun night of entertainment tonight. Are you giddy? Are you excited? Do you have the goosebumps? Amplified Man, I'll see you guys tomorrow for Monday Night Raw's review and reaction. Where whether Xavier Woods, Corey Graves, or Baron Corbin likes it or not, I'm going to call this fucking show out for exactly what it is. Whatever it is, we'll all find out tonight. And we'll see what I got to say about it tomorrow morning. For now, Holla at your motherfucking boy, who made a video yesterday, by the way. The possible main event for WrestleMania 35 might have been leaked, or at least the theory of what it might be, what it was going to be, and what it might now be. And it might surprise you. It's not Becky Lynch versus Ronda. Might surprise you, so check out that video. I put that up yesterday, late last night actually, around 5, 6 p.m. Eastern time. So you guys might not have seen that. Go check it out. And again, I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. That's it, man. I'm going to go double fist some Starbucks. Holla at your boy. I'm out. For now, check you.